2020 was a very challenging year. It was as if the world stopped from its normal course. All of us have been affected in one way or another. We can no longer enjoy the perks of life we usually enjoyed, like going to the malls, going to school, the park, or even church. We have been locked down for months. Stay at home, work from home, and some even lost their jobs. We have been paranoid going out to public places, and we have been forced to distance ourselves to others. But come to think of it, is anything happening to us that is not in God's knowledge or not in His control? I will still continue to believe that all things work together for good of those who love God and are called according to a purpose. After all, we have known and experienced where God is in the midst of crisis. We saw how God helped us arise, so to Him be the glory and honor.
I was crushed, and by God's grace, I was made whole again, because God is my help.
I was diagnosed with PCOS and late onset allergies, but I will remain healthy for my 3 kids to assist them in their online classes, plus managing this household, while waiting for my husband to come home really soon despite this pandemic. I will remain healthy and strong inside out because God is my strength.
I decided not to renew my contract here in UAE and go back home with my family. I don't know what is in store for me, but I'm happy because I know that God is a God of a new chapter. He never changes.
After being unemployed for years, I was able to go back home. And it was the first day of lockdown in Philippines. And during that time, my ate was rushed in the hospital. But praise God, she is okay now. And then when I returned here in the UAE, konting problema, there was a change in management. So I have to reapply for my passport. And 2 weeks ago, nakuha ko na yun. And in spite of all these things, I thank God for He answered my prayers, and God is my peace.
I have not resumed working, and there is no assurance when I can return. PJ lost his job this year, but God provided him a new one. To God, I have the assurance that He will sustain our family no matter what.
I have been physically separated with my family during COVID, but God's ultimate plan for me is to be reunited with my husband and children, so amidst lockdown, He opened doors for me to join them here in Malaysia. Indeed, God is my promise keeper.
In spite of the challenges that we faced during COVID, and until now there's still COVID and pandemic, with my kids and away from my beloved husband Jerry, yet I can still smile and rejoice because God is my joy.
I had salary cut from work. Then I was told my contract will no longer be renewed. I can finally be reunited with my family in the US. We are still processing our visa, but whatever happens, I will not be afraid because God holds my future.
I thought I would be able to come work here in Malaysia due to some health findings. Yet Lord gave me for me to return this year on time for the COVID. During lockdown, I was in charge to taking care of 4 boys plus supervising the online class. God is a way maker.
2020 picked up where 2019 had left off. Feelings of disappointment and hurt continued to drag. While most of the world was coping with fear and the pandemic, I was battling my own fear. Fear of losing someone I love and fear of losing my job. As a result of trying to handle things on my own, I finally get so tired that I succumb to resentment and isolation. But during my lowest times, God lifted me up. He restored my soul, He restored my joy, and above all, He restored my most treasured relationship. Yes, God is my restorer for 2020.
Christ is my reward, all of my devotion.
Now there's nothing in this world that could ever satisfy. Through every trial, my soul will sing. No turning back. I've been set free.
Christ is enough for me. Christ is enough for me. Everything I need is in you. Everything I need. Christ, my all in all, the joy of my salvation, and this hope will never fail. Heaven is my home.
Through every storm, my soul will sing.
Jesus is here, to God be the glory.